Yeah. Hot Take Tuesday, first hot take of the year. Did we take Greenland yet?
That'd be a hot take.
Oh, that would be a hot take. We don't need...
That has to be a cold take.
It would be chilly. It'd be definitely... Well, I don't know if it's like our weather right now. It's very mild. What is that all about, weather wizard?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks cold.
It does.
So I think I'm cold.
It's all
I put on a coat, and I've got to take it off.
I walked here, and I told the guys today it's a shorts day. Sorry. It's just too warm outside not to be a shorts day. And I put a jacket on just in case. I walked outside. I go, I don't need a freaking jacket. It's like 65 degrees or something. What is this all about? Although we're supposed to have maybe some storms this weekend.
Yeah, there is a potential for that on Friday, yes.
But, I mean...
Heavy and loud?
Huh?
Heavy and loud storms?
Yeah.
I love those kind.
The kind. And it could be spinny, right? Could we get some spinny?
I don't know. I mean, that's always possible here.
Because, when it's all spinning, we're all in here. Because when it's spinning, we're winning, guys. That's what we're saying to you guys out there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's psychological, though, because it looks gloomy and it looks like, oh, it's probably 20 degrees outside.
Yeah.
You go outside and it's like it's summertime.
Yeah. It looks awful outside, but then you go outside and you immediately have to shed layers.
And especially because I don't have the beard to protect me anymore. Because I look like an egg, says my daughter.
Yeah, you really messed that up.
So funny. Ken's all, dude, you look good. And Belle's all, yeah, your daughter's right. You look stupid.
Dude, I think you look
cool.
Dude,
you went from looking like Santa Claus to Colonel Sanders.
Nothing wrong. Either of those are good people.
Absolutely.
Either of those are very good people. So much fun stuff today. We have not taken it yet. Greenland, though. I just want to let you guys know. We'll alert it when it happens. Can't we just say we took it? What are they going to say? No?
Greenland is ours.
Start landing ships and building stuff.
I mean, what do we get? What are they going to say? No. Hey, it's ours now. No, it's not. Okay, it is, but that's it. In fact, it is. It's the United States of Greenland, and you guys can't stop us. And we're not even going to do it. We don't even have to do it. We could just say we did it, right? That's like saying you met a celebrity, but, well, there's no pictures. Yeah, well, back then we didn't have pictures. So prove that I didn't. Okay. Well, there you go. It's a win for everybody. Greenland. This
isn't like the old days in World War II where we just stayed on an island and kept it after the war was over. Isn't that how we got Guam?
Well, we're here, so let's just figure out how this works. Yeah, we do have Guam, which, by the way, I'm one of the number one talk show hosts in Guam.
All right.
So weird when they're like, hey, you're on a station in Guam. And I'm like, a station? I would assume there is a station in Guam. And it was so
Probably
funny because I would
military.
get text messages and I'd get emails from people in Guam. I go, is there a lot of snakes? Oh, there's a lot of snakes here. There's snakes everywhere.
Never got to go out there and do a remote.
No, I always wanted to.
You got a station in the Virgin Islands?
No, that's what we're looking for. Definitely looking for that. I got one in Venezuela, though. K-Chad doing it all day here in Venezuela. What's the nothing else is happening from there? I tried to pay a little attention to that today because you know what's interesting though? She's the snitch, Mrs. Rodriguez.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, I saw where she put out an executive order to find out who the collaborators were and arrest them.
Yeah, and they're like, you should go look in the mirror because they had been talking to her during the negotiation, and now everybody's pretty sure she's the snitch. She's the one who snitched on everybody. Because she wants to stay in power. And how about those people who thought they were totally going to be like, yeah, Trump's taking it over. We're back in power. And they're like, no, this we're going to try this lady for a while. She'll do what we say.
Yeah, but we'll keep the guy who actually won the election around just in case. Yeah. But he just sort of needs to sit in the sideline.
We feel like you're going to get a hair up your butt and actually want to give some of this oil and goodies back to that. This is our country, okay? Go see what we did to Greenland. They used to be green. But we brought a nuclear frost. How about apples that are those apples? I heard her. I saw a picture of Maduro's wife. Man, she looked all beat to hell.
Hey, don't resist.
Yeah, and I think that her ribs are broken. Yeah. So well, you know what happens. Mm-hmm. You know what happens when the U.S. comes. I mean, nobody said it was going to be easy for them. I mean, it was easy for our guys because our guys kick ass. And you know why?
A little bad for the Cubans.
Yeah, Cuba. You don't need to do anything, Cuba. Those people are waiting. They are. Here's a question.
Well, weren't most of his bodyguards Cuban, though?
Yeah, and they were all killed.
Yeah, they got wiped.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah. My interesting thought about like Cuba and not so much Venezuela, but maybe some, but Cuba. If your family is in America, Miami, you've been here for 25, 30 years, right? You came over during the boat thing and all of that stuff, and you've raised your family here, but they took all your land, they did all that stuff, and Cuba falls. Are you heading home?
If you could get your land back, why wouldn't you?
Well, I doubt a lot of these people are going to get their land back, but still.
That's the rub.
Yeah, that is the rub. How do you prove it?
I mean, even before the flotilla, though, man, you had people that were coming from Cuba in the 60s and, escaping, and their whole families have been raised to just absolutely hate that regime.
Yes. That's, the hate, but you probably have family still there. You've got, you to return to the island. The funny thing is you're going to return to the island and find out it looks the damn same cars.
Buildings all look a little bit older, but
yeah. Trump's all excited. He's like, what we should put there? Probably a golf course or 5. A resort. Havana. So going to be really, and it's weird too that we have Guantanamo there.
That is always.
It's always been so
That's
weird.
been such an odd thing to me that we literally have a base in an enemy country.
Yeah, Marines.
Yes. It's just such an odd, because I would think, if you fled or you were kicked out of the country or whatever it was, and now everything's falling apart and it's almost over, and the chance of going back home, it's got to be super tempting.
Well, at least to see your family. If
Yeah,
nothing
to
else.
see your family. But, they're like, we don't want you to come. We want to go there, right?
We like some food. We don't have much here.
Oh, somebody said, who do you think will play Trump in the Maduro Netflix movie? That's a good question. Probably Trump himself.
It's Sebastian Stan again. He did a pretty good job on The Apprentice.
Yeah. Yeah, he did, huh? Yeah. He did. For a younger looking one.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Trump will always be, I always look 25. That's who I am. I can't wait for he wants Cuba so bad. Who doesn't? You know who really wants it, though, it's the likes of Ted Cruz, absolutely, but really it's Marco Rubio. Marco wants revenge.
Because he's Cuban, right?
Mm-hmm. And he wants it bad.
Well, and he comes from one of those families that have been here since like the early 70s.
Yeah, like his family
earlier.
was chased out of there and tortured and that kind of stuff. So that I get. That I get. Somebody says not just Marines at Gitmo. No, it's not. There's also some terrorists that have still waiting to figure out what their charges are going to be.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird, too? That we're just going to hold you for how long?
They've been there for a long time.
For a while. How long is a while?
25 years?
Yeah. And there's other guys probably sitting around going, what are we doing with these guys?
Well, I mean, before that.
Yeah.
Probably in the 90s.
Yes, that's right. I mean, that's got to be crazy. Crazy. Somebody said they have almanacs of 100 years ago, and the list of the names in the sugar mill, and my families are the owners of Cuba. That's interesting. Thing is, though, how do you get it back? Because there's still this debate. There's still property debates about the Nazis in World War II. People are fighting over paintings and houses and things of that nature from back then. And, you got people who have pictures of them with the property, and they still haven't got it back. But, man, it's going to be crazy. Somebody said, we're going to go shark fishing. Oh, it's going to be interesting.
Bunch of sharks down there, huh?
Yeah, there is. A lot of stuff going on down there in Cuba. I mean, not a lot of food, and there's no medicine, even though it's the greatest medical.
Have you seen a picture of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in the last year or so?
No, is he all...
He looks like the guy that was hiding in the cave, and he's been gone for 30 years and hasn't shaved. Yeah. It's like you expect a Muslim to have a beard. This guy is just beyond crazy looking. It is so big. I think it's down to his waist.
So that is, it's weird. It could have gone two ways. Have you seen him lately? He's yoked. He's tan. He's ripped. He's all tatted up. He's got spider webs on his arms. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, it's the anniversary of January 6th. Where were you? Where were you guys on that day? Did you watch it live?
I was on the air.
Yeah, I was too.
How'd you report it?
Brian was there.
That's right. Was he in the throngs of it all?
Well, he was close enough.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, he was close enough, and basically it just kind of took over the day.
Yeah, it did because it would, and you never really figured out what the hell was going on until obviously later.
He had gone up there just for the certification, and obviously not thinking it was going to turn into what it turned into.
No,
but he was, and he knows that area really well, having worked up there for so long. So he was close enough to be able to report.
It was. I will admit, it is whatever you want to call it. Oh, it was. It was this. It was that. It was unsettling to watch our nation's capital like that. Normally, when stuff goes crazy like that, it's because somebody won a Super Bowl or something like that. But that was just unsettling to watch some of that. And then the confusion and where was Trump and a lot of this stuff. It was just it was a very surreal day.
Yeah,
because it wasn't like 9/11. It happened in the space of minutes, and then everybody's still trying to figure stuff out, and then the buildings collapsed. But it happened over a period of time. And it was kind of just long, drawn out, never really sure what was happening while something else was going on. And
well, on one hand, you've got law enforcement that's actually fighting the rioters. And then on the other hand, you got law enforcement going, yeah, come on in. So it's very confusing as to what the hell was happening.
Yeah. And then, then it's like, no, they let us in. And then there was this. And half the people here were feds. And then nobody was. And then the whole day was it was a bizarre situation. And it was not a good situation for America.
Yeah, I think some of the people who initially got in were just kind of surprised that they were allowed to go in.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of sightseeing.
They were like, we were just in line, and then people were fighting 500 yards up. Next thing you know, we're just following people into the building. I don't think those people did anything.
Right.
The people that broke into areas, did horrible things to Pelosi's desk, and, some of those people are wackadoos. But there was a lot of people were just wandering around.
There were absolutely people that needed to be prosecuted.
Yes.
But because you have all these politicians looking at it like, how dare you threaten our power, they got over-prosecuted.
Yes. That was, some of those people got way over-prosecuted. And some of them, they were there because they thought they were going to start some sort of revolution.
That's why they ran into Pelosi's office, was just to get the nuke codes.
Yeah, the Oath Keepers. Remember those guys and a bunch of these other ones they're like, it was funny, they brought some guns, but they didn't bring them to D.C. because they knew that would have been a felony. But they left them across the way. And, they met at like Denny's afterwards so they could go over everything. And you're just like, what? It was not, there's nobody's overthrowing the government like that. Sorry. That's pretty sad if you can do that.
Yeah, that was not going to overthrow the government, man.
That was not going to overthrow the government. But a lot of those people, I think a vast majority of them, they were, they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. They were there in the right way, but then they wandered through when they shouldn't have at that point in time. But still, they didn't, you didn't know. Any one of us who could have been there like going, oh, I think it was stolen or whatever, and then you could have been in the back. You may have never thrown a punch and never done anything. A vast majority of them just wandered through.
Yeah, if you're seeing a cop go, yeah, come on through, you're waving you through, you're thinking, okay, well, this must be all right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. And then what they do is you over-prosecute because then what happens? Well, you're going to go bankrupt trying to defend yourself, or are you just going to take what comes to you?
Yeah, and so many of those Congress people and senators were just like, we'll show you to come up here and threaten us.
Yeah, exactly. Just the whole thing. It was a bizarre day. Somebody says Guam. Isn't that the country that said too many people stand on one side will tip over? Was that Hank Johnson?
Yeah, that's old Hank Johnson.
Yeah. You don't want to do that in Guam.
Got some concerns.
Got to be careful when we take over Greenland, too. That's an island.
Well, that's why he doesn't go to any of the Hawaiian islands.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can't, because if you're on one side of Maui, oh, my God. That's why when the Jewish lasers aren't burning it down, right, Marjorie Taylor? She's gone now.
Didn't we play a song, boys, from Hank Johnson one time?
Oh, God, yes. We got to find that thing. That thing was he's so good. That guy's so talented.
So good in the this is horrible way.
Yeah, he's so talented. You're so talented, Hank. Continues to win election after election.
He does, man.
Just want to let you guys know that. Somebody's like, you know what? I think that's my guy right there.
He's the kind of guy that would say, if we keep having babies, we're going to run out of oxygen.
That is that guy. That is absolutely that guy. 100%. Oh, goodness me. All right. Coming up, all kinds of fun stuff. Hot Take Tuesday. Got a first hot take of 2026. That is straight ahead. Chad Benson. 7 Talk 997. If you're new to the program, I'll tell you something, kids. Every Tuesday, we do a hot take. This is where we give our take on something. And yes, it has nothing to do with politics. This is all pop culture, food, you name it. It is Hot Take Tuesday. Hot Take, Hot Take, Hot Take Tuesday. Oh, yeah. You get the awesome little bump right there as well.
That's the best bump we've got, man.
I love those. I like just make stuff up and just do it. Let's roll with it. All right, let's start with a young mister, person who thinks now I look like an egg, and Colonel Sanders, Bell.
This is going to hurt a few people, but Charo was not talented. Everything was based on looks, and she brought the Love Boat down.
First of all, those legs are awesome. Secondly, you're absolutely right. She could coochie nothing. She was useless. I agree. Actually, you know what? No, hold on. Her looks took her a long way. Her playing of the guitar is legendary. Or the flamingo. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen her play?
Yes.
She is amazing. That being said, if she was 400 pounds, nobody would pay attention. Nobody would care.
She was on the Love Boat 11 times.
She sank it.
She
was their iceberg. She was their Latin iceberg.
She was the iceberg that struck from the inside.
Absolutely my true. Gosh. Coochie. Coochie.
All right, Ken, what do you got for us?
Freaking love that, man. Okay. Mine is about food, as it usually is. There is no such thing as too much cheese. If you think so, what you actually mean is you're afraid of joy.
Oh, so true. Who goes and gets a baked potato with 8 pounds of cheese and says this is too much?
And again, the baked potato is serving one purpose. It's a delivery mechanism for the cheese.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
100%. It is. That's all it is. Cheese. There's no such thing as too much cheese.
Right.
Mine, too, is also about food, as my wife and I have discussed this over the last couple of weeks. I don't care what you say. I may eat like a 5-year-old, but I will tell you this. The food that I like, everybody likes. The food that people think is shishi, only a very few people amount of people eat that, not because of the cost, because in reality, it sucks. It's like art movies. You know why they're in one theater? Because it sucks. That's why. If it was good, other people'd go watch it.
If it was good, you would just go out on a summer day and grab a handful of grass.
That's exactly it.
Our 5 to 10-year-old demographic is just shaking their heads, yes.
Yeah. Like today, I was telling Belle I was eating what was I eating today, Belle?
Crustable.
There you go. I was telling Belle.
Or what's it called?
It's Uncrustable.
Uncrustable.
I was telling him, I said, this one's carb-free. He didn't buy it.
I did not.
So good, though.
I had a low-carb donut, so he had to
try
to
it's like
match
low
me.
carb. Low carb. Oh, by the way, low carb, also the dumbest thing. You ever had low carb? Gluten? I don't have gluten stuff because if you have celiacs, that's fine. Most of you, it's pretend. It is. My wife tried to pass off a gluten. She tried to pass off a gluten pizza the other day. I got no gluten. It was crap.
Dude, there's a Portlandia episode where Fred Armisen and his partner, they're sitting down to eat, and they want to know if the duck they're getting ready to eat is cage-free. So they have the waitress wait while they go to the farm to check for themselves.
So true. Because I can't eat this dead thing if it wasn't treated well in real life.
Oh, my buddy Jim just wrote, here's a hot take for you. White chocolate is not chocolate. Ooh. I like that.
That's racist.
Well, and here's something, too. Isn't velvet cake just chocolate cake?
Yeah.
It's just colored?
It's just red, all right? It's not. It's velvet. You're fooled because you want something to be different. You want a giant plate with a little bit of food and somebody to drizzle crap all over it. And you're like, this cost $162.
And again, the whole point of red velvet cake is to deliver the frosting.
That's it. That's absolutely it. Oh.
If my mother had let me eat out of the can, I wouldn't have cared about the cake as long as I got the frosting.
That's right.
A lot of Charo stuff. Charo said something like her flamingo guitar was her passion, but her coochie coochie paid the bills. Well, at least she was honest. Charo is a world-class flamingo guitarist. I said she
Maybe
was.
flamenco.
Yeah. She, flamenco, whatever it is. Mayonnaise sucks, says Todd. That's why Todd's been banned.
Block him. Put him in 24-hour timeout.
No doubt. Okay, if we're doing this, somebody said IPA is not real beer. It's an army ration from England. It's garbage. Oh, my. Oh, French fries should be dipped in ketchup. There should never be. Yeah, you shouldn't pour it on top of it. Oh, I don't like the pouring on top of stuff.
Yeah, I like to dip it.
Yeah, I want to control because one fry will have so much, it's almost on, you can't eat it.
Right.
And the other fries, well, you're trying to, it's just, don't.
And you're leaving them out.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I have the amount of mayonnaise I want on my French fry.
Yeah. You know what? Dipping French fries in mayonnaise, delicious. For those of you who don't think it is, fools!
It is good.
God.
It really is.
You people out there. And interesting, somebody said something about a McRib, which we're going to bring up in a little bit.
Oh, yes.
McRib! Is there a Mc lawsuit coming? Oh. By the way, did you see the guy that's did you see how old the judge is in the Maduro case?
No.
He's 92.
What?
92.
There's a strong possibility he might die in the middle of the proceedings.
Millard Fillmore appointed him.
Wow.
Grover Cleveland. I like this guy here.
Got appointed when he was 12.
Oh, my goodness.
This one is, I love this one. We need to talk about when we come back because I agree 100% on this one. 100%. Oh, my Lord. A lot of good stuff coming in. Some more of your hot takes. Also, TBI report out about how many sober drivers were caught.
Wow.
Let's just say the number was big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it still looks like it's going on. So we'll talk about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Tech 997. A lot of you texting in, some good points. Here's interesting. Somebody said, yeah, you don't want ketchup on your fries. You know, smother them in fries, but you're fine having smothered in chili. And I thought that is interesting. That's an interesting take.
Chili cheese fries. Well, chili is more of a soup or an entree type meal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to dip into it.
Yeah, it is dip. Yeah. It's interesting. It is. Thousand Island. A lot of people not a fan of Thousand Island or ketchup and
stuff is nasty.
It's weird. I like Thousand Island there's a few burgers out there where their Thousand Island is okay. But mostly I won't eat it anywhere else. I'm never going to put that on a salad. That's gross. Thousand Island's gross.
I've always thought that Big Macs were disgusting because of the Thousand Island.
Well, that's how they feel about you. There's somebody suing about the McRib saying it's not really a rib. You know what? Get over it. It tastes great. Nobody cares about your opinion,
It's shaped
sir.
like one. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, but what if they win, man?
That's the problem. You're ruining it for all of us. What do we get out of it? Nothing.
Oh,
nothing.
Do they still sell Thousand Island dressing?
Yes.
The pink stuff, right?
Yeah, the pink stuff. Oh, but you know what? Ketchup and mayonnaise works better.
Well, and that's what it is.
That's
Grind
really
up some pickles and throw it in there.
Yeah. You know what? I don't like pickles, but when you dice them up really tiny, I like it like that when it's relishy kind of feel.
Yeah, I don't like sweet relish.
No,
I
no,
like the
no,
sour
I don't either.
relish.
No, but somebody said something about the Walmart people drive around their little buggies. You guys know who you are. They're like, these people need to have a driving lesson.
Well, the stores are really big, and you kind of get
Well, they're
tired of
really
walking.
big. They're fatty caps. If you eat yourself into a placard, the placard should be bigger. You should have to put it on your entire windshield if you're big.
have a license plate that says, "We all know why I'm in this."
I have a problem. Could you imagine that? If you go to put the placard up and it just takes up your entire windshield? It's just you eating something. They take a picture of you biting into something. Oh, that's not very nice. And they should make you park further away than everybody else because you need it. Oh, geez. I know. That's crazy. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, here's something. Cheesecake is not really cheese.
Yes, it is. It's cream cheese.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm not a fan of the cream cheese.
I love the cream cheese, especially on cheesecake.
Oh, yeah, I'll eat cream cheese on anything.
I'll eat flavored cream cheese by itself, like strawberry or blueberry. I'll just sit down and eat it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm not like a cheese. You know what? The problem is, here's one of the psychological things. You say cheesecake, all I thinking is you put whipped cream or something on top of Gouda or something. It's like my mind is telling me, don't bite into that. That's gross. Don't bite into that. That's government cheese. Somebody's passing government cheese off.
Cheesecake is awesome, especially French style.
Goodness me. That is, I cannot believe that somebody's suing for the McRib.
That cracks me up, man. Somebody just going around looking for trouble.
Well, it's like those people that go, hey, you know what? It says it's a half a pound of meat, but by the time it gets there, it's not. It's only, it's a quarter pounder. And then people are in court for this. And what do you get out of it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, what do we get out of it? We know the chicken nuggets aren't, wild caught fresh chickens.
Right.
Well, it's like when Kramer spilled coffee on himself and he wanted to sue. He was fine with just getting free coffee. And I think that's a lot of what these people are doing.
That's what they want. They want to prove to everybody what's going on.
They just want a free McRib, even though they think it's a fraud.
Yeah. And the only reason that you're suing is because you've had it and you probably like it. I like a McRib. They put so much sauce on there. You could be serving me a shoe, and I wouldn't care. It's like, this tastes great.
Again, delivery mechanism for the barbecue sauce.
Yeah, so.
Oh, man.
Ooh, open-faced sandwiches are not a sandwich.
Fair point.
That is fair. Smoked cream cheese, people like. Have you had that?
Ooh.
Smoked cream cheese?
Yeah.
No.
Ooh, I got to try some of that.
Yeah, people on wave now. So the best cheesecake is cheap strawberry swirl cheesecake from Walmart. I've not had that.
Whale Mart.
From the Whale Mart. That's for some of you out there. Oh, Chad, we're going to get those phone calls again. to the leader of our stations.
Oh, that was a fat shaming joke. I just got it.
Every day.
The leader of our station. What are we, Venezuela?
We are. I was saying yesterday, Trump sits around. And don't get mad at me. I'm going to say this because you guys know it's true, too. You just don't want to say it because you feel like you're kicked out of the team. He sits around and goes, God, I want one of the suits with all those medals on it. I want to look like Captain Crunch.
Except bigger.
Bigger.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
The big gold things on one of the shoulders?
Yes, exactly. Do you remember what?
Epaulets?
Oh. Yeah, like all of it. Yeah, the things that you could take them off and put them on your curtains. Oh, that whole TBI thing, I was looking at it. My God.
Man, that's terrible.
There's some police that need to be in jail.
And they were like, they caught the sergeant going, you need to arrest everybody for driving under the influence. And this stuff is insane. And then they said, well, there's some other stuff that we can't tell you what we're looking for when it comes to under the influence.
Well, that's fine. But after you get them back and the blood draw shows nothing, they need to be let go with an apology.
With an apology, yeah. Because if they end up going to court, they got to get an attorney. This one guy's talking about it cost him $10,500 to go to court and, over this. And you're thinking to yourself, you blew a 0.0. There was nothing. When they took your blood, there was nothing. What magic are you looking for that supposedly you don't have? And the people out there are thinking it's the new cops. It's the new people they're not trained correctly.
What special sense does this cop have that's stronger than a scientific blood draw? Please explain to me.
You don't believe in science.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I guess, excuse me, does state law allow a law enforcement officer just based on his own thinking to just think, I don't know.
Like probable cause, that I feel that you're on something, but I can't prove it. And it's not weed because you could smell weed, right? You could smell, they're throwing gummies. You can tell. None of these people seemed, even when they're showing them on camera, none of them seem to be drunk or anything.
But you also said something very key. I can't prove it.
Yeah.
What you cannot prove makes that person innocent because you have to prove they start out innocent. You have to prove them guilty. If you can't prove it, then stop wasting everybody's time and money.
That's it. The time and money. I think that, and God knows how many lawsuits they're going to have to settle at a court.
About 2,574.
Yeah. Yeah. And think about
I thought the number was up to 419.
Well, no, this is over from 2017 till now, but it was at 2024, was it 419?
Yes.
I mean, that's one a day. Where was it 37 or 39 here in Tennessee alone, in Nashville alone? One every 10 days, somebody was getting pulled over who was as sober as it gets, and they took them to jail, impounded their car, did all that stuff for what? Nothing.
They may have lost their jobs.
Yes. Yeah.
Completely unacceptable.
Unacceptable. That's not what we do. And you don't blame that the way they're trained is not right. Where's the common sense? This guy's juggling. Right. And he's speaking Spanish and he's speaking English. Now he's speaking Latin. He walked backwards. He's riding a unicycle. But I still think there's something.
Well, and we have proof from that phone call that the troopers, at least, were being told you are expected to arrest X number of DUIs this quarter.
Like this is do I get a bonus? Somebody says it takes 8 months for the blood test results from TBI. 8 months. So you have to fight it in court while waiting on the results.
Wow.
So you have to get a lawyer to fight it.
It's ridiculous.
Man.
Wow.
And, of course, the cops are going to get qualified immunity, and they're not going to be personally sued. It's going to come out of the taxpayer fund.
Yeah. Somebody said they're friends with a sober DUI victim. The penalty phase comes way before the blood test. You're convicted before you're convicted before the DNA.
Yeah.
That is insane. Because the thing is, they think you're just not going to fight it.
You're guilty, and we'll reconfirm that after we get the evidence back.
Yeah. That's just, yeah. So, but what's going to end up costing them? Because that's where you're seeing a lot of cities, like San Diego's one of them. They just paid $30 million to a family of a victim that was shot.
Good.
Yeah, $30 million. Los Angeles has paid out hundreds of millions of dollars over the last several years to people that the police have done something to. It goes into their budget. And if you're arresting people, and when they explain that there's another thing they look for, but they can't tell anybody, it's because they don't really have another thing.
Police should be required to carry malpractice insurance like doctors.
Yeah, in situations, that's a good, you want them to have qualified immunity to a certain point.
Sure.
But then you have to ask everybody, at what point in time when you know that this person's, this person's sober and you're taking them in anyways.
Or you don't know that they're not sober.
Yeah, and there's no quick way, but they've blown a 0.0 and it still doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm going to violate your rights anyway because I got to get credit for this arrest.
Yeah. So,
well, and see, that would be a leadership issue. If
that's the thing. I think it's a leadership issue.
If you're putting quotas on law enforcement, I
thought that was illegal.
That leads to a problem. Well, and they're claiming there is no quota, but that recording that you guys are referencing, it almost sounded like a quota.
It sounded like a quota.
Yeah, it's a quota, not a quota. Hey, you guys need to get 20 of these tonight. What if we don't? Then you don't, but you should, and you have to.
And it's not going to be good if you don't.
Yeah, so weird. So I tell you, it's not a good situation. I have a feeling it's going to get uglier before it gets better. And I don't think it's the training, and I don't think there's some mystery thing they're looking for either at this point in time. This is, like you said, it's got to come from the top because this is one of those things where this isn't one or two people. This is years of this.
Triple digits in those years.
Yeah, triple digits.
And kudos to lawmakers who passed that law. for
Yeah.
transparency, man, or we may not even
know.
Never know.
No. And you've heard horror stories of people who've lost their gigs, lost their jobs, had some serious problems, and financially have been wrecked. And for what?
So how many we hate the cops texts are we getting now?
None, actually.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, none, because we don't hate the cops. And I don't blame it on them, but I do think there needs to be some sort of fix here because while I don't think they're doing it on purpose, the reality is the numbers here say there's some other stuff going on that feels like they're doing something. So let us know what you think. Hot Take Tuesday here. By the way, you're never too old. I'm going to tell you guys this next story is pretty cool. You're just never too damn old. Chad Benson Show, Super Toe. Kids, you're never too old. The Olympics, close by. Here's a speed skater.
Wisconsin native, and he told us a couple days ago he's trying to break his 16-over world record. That time to beat is 38:98.
Ready.
He's getting a good draft here, too, in the backstroke. I'd say he's putting together a pretty fine race.
Really interesting, Dan. You're 60. You told me you started this at 50, so this is just your 10th year, but you're the world record holder. What keeps you inspired to keep skating here?
I'm not totally proud of a lot of my life before I turned 50, and anybody can, these things are decisions anybody can make to live a better lifestyle. You can do that. I found it in speed skating. I was also really fast when I first got on the ice, so that got me kind of excited to keep going, and now I'm coaching as well and going to world championships and just meeting tons of people. The sport is fantastic.
The dude didn't start skating till he was 50. And he was in the Olympic trials, and he kept up. He barely missed making the team.
Wow.
He's 60 years old. Apparently had a little bit of a life pre-50. I wasn't pretty happy with my life prior to 50.
Yeah.
What with the things I did and whatnot. But now I'm fast on the ice. But it's a trip. He's got those giant thighs. Because if you ever seen speed skaters, their thighs are huge.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. But he's 60 years old. What's the sport you think you could do to get into the Olympics at whatever age you're at?
Competitive eating.
No, we're not in that yet. Although it's coming to America, you never know. What sport do you think you could do? Think about that. Think about what sport you think you could pull off.
This age, none.
Oh, there's stuff out there.
Curling?
Maybe. Curling.
I guess that's possible.
I've always gone with archery.
Archery, yeah.
I feel like I could do archery stuff.
Luge?
The skeleton.
You just got to lay there?
The skeleton. I'm good at laying down. You guys watch what happened. And by the way, it's probably not as hard as you think. It's just, do you have the cojones? Because I follow the skeleton people on right now, and they're like, yeah, I started doing this like 3 years ago, and now I'm one of the best in the world. You know why? Because not a lot of people do it. So because the whole part of dying comes into effect. Oh, coming up, hour number 2 of the program. A lot of text about police, and you guys, some of you who used to work there are spilling some beans. We'll talk a bit about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Toe, and then 7.